So, I graduated high school somehow, some way. Don't ask me how. I didn't think I was smart either. But I graduated high school finally. And so I was thinking about this a few weeks ago that I have a lot of memories from senior year. In one singular year, yeah, words, um, that a lot of stuff has happened somehow. I don't know, I'm just gonna talk about some of my favorites that I can think of that come to my mind. So this is stuff that happened between August 16th to May 20th. So anything that falls inside of that counts. One of them would have to be my senior trip. Going to Six Flags, and I guess just my friend Alyssa and I hanging out, going on coasters, me screaming. I legit cussed her out on the Mr. Freeze ride. Um, she probably posted a TikTok about it, but I, got locked out of my TikTok account, so I can't talk about it. So I'll talk about it now. We were the only two that went on the Mr. Freeze ride, and somehow she convinced me to go into it because I wasn't gonna back out. I'm like, I have balls. I'm gonna do this. And I gave her an earful. I legit was leaning against her and just screaming, "You son of a bleep!" and bleep you and it was like a 2 minute ride, but I swear I've said more swear words in that 2 minute ride than I have in a year. Okay, actually that's a bit of a stretch, but it was rough. So that was fun. Um, Winning goalball championship, that was fun. A lot of fun actually. When your team actually wins something, you're successful. It's fun. Getting to play goalball as a whole was fun, and getting to go to Tennessee and Kentucky and kick everyone's ass, it was great. We're not gonna do it again next year because our center Leo, who the beast, is leaving, so we're all screwed. That's phenomenal. And I'm trying to think of stuff that might have happened earlier in the year. I mean, we had track. I mean, I'm just a huge sports person in general, so because I did all the sports, and I think sports is one of my favorite things. So, like wrestling, somehow I won 4 wrestling matches. I never so at the beginning of the year, I didn't even think I would be on the wrestling team, and I got 4 pinfalls and won 4 matches out of 7, and I only got pinned once. I only got pinned once. Um, Not too shabby, and everyone's like, "Oh, you're doing it next year." I'm like, "The frick, I'm not." um, so we'll see how good they are into talking me into that. Oh, Space Camp. Space Camp. Got to leave school for a week in September. I missed homecoming though, so that was in the end it was worth it actually. So, that's a different story. So getting to miss homecoming to go to Space Camp in Huntsville, Alabama, ton of fun. Met people that I'm still friends with almost a year later. We got to do simulations and go scuba diving and got to climb a rock wall and jump off of this sort of pole, just like this 50-foot pole, just jump off of it. We had on harnesses and stuff. Learn a lot about space and math and play games, and it really cool. And I got like the most valuable camper award. It was a lot of fun. That was great. Getting to miss school to have fun. I mean, how could I say no to that? What else can I didn't really prep for this because they took my Braille note. And so I have all my ideas written out on my Braille note. And then from there, I just read them. And everything's all concise and in order, but there's no order to this. I'm going through the months in my head. No, I think the only 2 things I would try to make sure I write this to the end. So those are a couple of things, but I have to say my favorite thing is my friend group. So getting to hang out with Leo and Kayla and Cameron and all of them, but especially this was my senior highlight for my graduation video because we get to make graduation videos, and for that it was getting to spend class every single day with Alyssa. Okay, Alyssa is my bestie, and she's like the first person I was talking to when I first found out I was gonna go to ISBI. It was her and my other bestie, Lindsay. And Alyssa and I talk a lot more than Lindsay and I do. But Alyssa and I had 6 classes together this year. And if you sometimes, it depends if you like the person or not, okay? So, if you can tolerate that person, 6 classes is going to be a breeze. And if you can't tolerate that person, 6 classes are going to be very dreadful. And Alyssa and I got on great. We're both Libras, 362 days apart. Wait, yeah, no, 61. 361 days apart. I'm older by 361 days, if you couldn't tell. I like to rub down her face, but she said how she's taller. And just getting we cooked together in food class. We did skits together in English. We were supposed to do a speech together in technology, engineering, design, but we never got to that. And we give each other crap all the freaking time, but we love each other, like friends and stuff like that, And we are just like the smartest 2 seniors, and this entire senior year was just a lot of fun to hang out with her. And then hanging out with my girlfriend, Sydney. That was great because this was her first year, my senior year, her junior year. And that was a lot of fun too. Just always being around her, talking to her. And when you know someone for 9 years, you know a lot about them. And I am still learning stuff about her 9 years later. So you don't know everything about someone just because you know them for an extended period of time. But those are the 2 people that I cherish the most. And it's going to be different because Alyssa isn't coming back. And I legit went to her doorway and sobbed like a baby. I had my arms around her neck and I was just crying my eyes out. I gave her this Libra necklace. So she has one and I have one. So they match. And, that was rough. But really proud of her for everything she's done. She's going to SIUE. Gonna kill it because she's smart like that. She's great. And I think that's it. Now I have 2 other moments. And I grabbed these from TikTok. One happened August 23rd, and the other happened in like February-ish? January-ish. You'll see the video. One of them's about Kayla, one's about Sydney. And those are just honorable mentions for senior moments. But I think getting to hang out with Alyssa and Sydney are actual senior moments. The 2, they're going to be activists. They don't really count. So, we'll see what kind of crazy stuff I come with tomorrow. Because I came with this like 5 minutes ago. So, bye. Okay, this is a story time. Because I was just thinking about the best day of my entire life. And I finally came up with an answer. So, this happened August 23rd. So, about a month ago. And it's the greatest day of my life. Because I've been to Six Flags. I've been to Disneyland. I've been to freaking Canada, but this is the greatest day of my life because what happened was, it was a group of my friends were outside, and it takes place between my friend Kayla and I, who I mentioned before, the one with the crazy pets, and then she's crazy. And so we were outside playing a game, and it was a game where we were asking each other questions, and so like 2 people would walk off, so the rest of us couldn't hear the question. So as she was walking by me, she just slapped my ass. And she had a boyfriend. And it wasn't like one of those soft little pecks, I just, your hand accidentally touched it. No, it was a full-on slap. Like, I felt it. And I'm like, did you just slap my ass? And she's like, it was an accident. I'm sorry. I'm like, no, I'm not going to forget this. This is like the greatest moment of my entire life. A girl finally slapped my ass and, like, did something. Now I have to do is get a kiss. But, the reason why, I'm never gonna forget that because it was on my favorite basketball player, Kobe Bryant's birthday. So that's how I'm gonna remember it. Like, favorite basketball player, and a girl slapped my ass. So, that's legendary. They can just put that on my tombstone when I die. Like, a girl slapped LT's ass and he died happily ever since. So whenever I'm sad or upset, I just think about that and it makes my day instantly better. Thanks, Kayla. It is very obvious that I am terrible at talking to girls, okay? And this past weekend, that continued, okay? So, it was me and my friend Sydney hanging out. And the way that our pods are made at school is that all the main bedrooms like lead out into like this kitchen area. So I'm bored. I'm just sliding my hand along the wall, and I see that one of the doors open. I'm like, oh, Caitlin's doorway's open. Maybe I should go inside, vandalize her stuff. And Sydney's like, no, you better not. You will stay right here. No going in her room. I'm like, fine, okay. So then I go the other direction. I see Lacey's room's open. I'm like, oh, I'll go in Lacey's room and steal some of her stuff. And she's like, you should not. Like, she was serious. Like, I should not go in the room. And then she looks at me and she said, you can go in my bedroom. And I'm like, oh, snap. Well then.